Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. This might seem pretty normal. It's pretty obvious to me, but occasionally you're going to dispense something like an IPE or a Schwartz, a removable palatal expander, something that's not fixed, where it's based on compliance. We all know that these only work if they're worn 24/7. The instructions for Schwartz's back when people did Schwartz's more commonly were just to eat real fast, brush, put it back in. 23 hours a day it's in. That works fine. I mean, I've done Schwartz, but when people wore it less than that, it was always tipping. You could just tell. It was just, the palatal cusps are hanging down. It's blown out. It's tipped. You don't see nice palatal anatomy. And if you take an X-ray, you're not going to see, the suture opening up, as well as you're not going to see the gap between, 8 and 9. But if there's a lot of crowding, sometimes you don't see a gap anyway. So that's really a bad predictor. But we're seeing more issues now with the IPE more than ever, just because I think more primary care dentists who are not familiar with expanders are getting into the expansion, through this portal of entry because Invisalign is teaching them and they're not doing things properly and they don't know how to deal with compliance. And when this happens and they don't catch it, maybe they don't have the patient on virtual monitoring and they don't catch it till later. It takes a while. You have to get pretty off track on an IPE before it really starts to get botched. But I've seen some pretty botched cases lately. But yeah, it's not a train wreck. It is a train wreck, but it's not a tragedy. You just honestly, what I've been telling them to do is exactly what their literature said, because I just did a literature. Throw it all away. Let them relapse 6 to 9 months, do it again. So obviously, I don't know the window for IP. I can't remember if it's 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. I would definitely contact Invisalign if this happens, see if you can get an extension. I don't know if you can. You could still finish the IP within the window, obviously, but you need to let them settle first, to a point where I would be checking with bite mark photos and just waiting for the occlusion to be more steady. But bare minimum, I'd say 5 to 6 months, bare minimum, depending on how blown out they are. I mean, obviously, if it just started, they're not going to need as much time. But yeah, I mean, it's not a tragedy. I wouldn't worry about it as long as there's aren't roots pushing through the bone. You've taken a CBCT and you haven't taken it to that point. Oh goodness, that would be bad. So, all right. So remember, IP has to be worn while you eat. It's part of the instructions. It's in all the take-home paperwork. It's in all the doctor training. So if you're not instructing your patients properly, so be it. And you should just be giving them 1 or 2 at a time and really checking. It should be clicking in. So you're doing the whole thing virtual. You're missing that tactile sense of the clicking in. You're not going to know how well it fits. So make sure you're seeing them in person. All right, thanks.